So the 16 Pro Max has been out for a little over a month now, and I have been reviewing a lot of cases for the 16 Pro Max. I have seen a lot of comments on social media and on the YouTube videos as well. People saying, oh, there's no button on it, I'm not buying a case. And I figured, you know what, let's pick up all the cases that have buttons. So let's check them out. What's up guys, welcome back to Michael's Tech Talk. So I have picked up as many cases that I can find with the camera control button on the case. So let's check these out. First up is this. This is the Apple Clear case for the 16 Pro Max. So it is exactly what it says on the tin. It is a hard plastic clear case. It's got the MagSafe ring that is visible there, and then on the side we have our camera control button there, and the other buttons are just clear molded plastic. That's fair enough. And if we just pull the trusty scale out, and it weighs in at 35 grams, so it's not the heaviest of cases. And clear cases are a great option if you want to showcase. Bing. Clear cases are a great option if you want to showcase the color of your phone like this. I mean, this is natural titanium. It looks absolutely perfect in a clear case. I'm not personally a fan of clear cases myself. I don't like the fingerprints that comes with them, unfortunately, but that's just me. But yeah, just looking at it there, I mean, it is exactly what you would expect. So we've got our molded plastic buttons here, which are clicky, tactile. They are a little bit stiff, especially that action button there is pretty stiff, but they are clicky and tactile and they work when you need them to. And then of course then the big caveat as to why we're here. Oh, and it's really slippy. And the big caveat for why we're here is camera control. So we'll just give that a double click, and I mean, yeah, the camera control works perfectly. The haptics, everything works as it should be expected to work, and you do get that flushness of the case, which is nice, I will say. Now, those are the sapphire crystal buttons on the Apple cases, and they work flawlessly, so that's all well and good. There's the fitment of the case then, so if you just take the corners and give it a twist, the phone is secure in there. It's a very rigid case, so there's not going to be much give in it, and it's not going to move, which is what you want to see. So yeah, that's pretty good. And then screen lip, if we look at the lip, it's a consistent lip all the way around the display. Apart from the bottom, there is a cutout at the bottom of the display, so that part of the phone is exposed. Not really a fan, but if you set that down flat, you will get lift up protection from that. That's what you expect. And then if we look at the camera bump then, so the lenses don't protrude out at the camera bump, and if you set it down flat, it is going to be protected. Now, because this is a shiny plastic case, it is really, really slippery. As you've seen, I've already nearly dropped it. That's another reason why I'm not a big fan of clear cases, but it is what it is. I mean, there's people out there that love clear cases. I just don't happen to be one of them. It is a MagSafe case, so we can't do a MagSafe test. So if we just put this on and we give that a shake, and whoa, whoa. The magnets are okay. They're nothing spectacular. I mean, it can take the weight of the stand, and it does take a good few jolts there to drop that off, but would I like to see them a bit stronger? Yes, I would. And then we'll just do the charging test as well. Pop that on. Not a problem. It charges, no issues. As you would expect, it's an Apple case. It is going to work. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Apple cases, you get the nice things like the MagSafe animations, which are pretty cool, and that kind of thing. But from my honest opinion, I do think a lot of the Apple cases are a bit overpriced. It wouldn't really be my cup of tea, but it does have that camera button. So is that a big thing for you? Let me know in the comments down below. But that is the Apple Clear case. So next up on this list is this. Now, I've already featured this case on the channel, and I wasn't overly complimentary about it. This is the Beats case, and I wasn't really overly happy with it. I thought it was too slippery, too shiny, and all that sort of stuff. But I picked up this different color in it, and I definitely think this color is a lot easier to live with than the black, because the black showed up literally everything. It was like a piano mirror. This one, as you can see, there is some fingerprints on it already, but it's just not as bad to live with. So yeah, this is also, because this is an Apple case pretty much, we have this sapphire crystal button here as well. These buttons are molded plastic buttons as well, which are clicky, tactile. No issues there with them. They are pretty good. And of course then camera control. And as you would expect it to be, with it being a Beats / Apple case, all those touch features, you'd expect them to be flawless. So yeah, that is what you want to see on that. And again, you do get that flushness all the way up the side there, which is what you want to see. Unlike the clear case as well, this has a cutout at the bottom, which I don't like. I just like it all to be protected in case you drop it, because accidents happen, especially when these cases are so slippy. Fitment test on them then, so if you just take the corners, you give it a twist, the phone is secure, it is not moving, it's not coming out of there. That's pretty good, that's what you want to see. It is microfiber lined on the inside, so that does help hold the phone in place. So I'm happy with that. Then if we look at the screen lip then, so the screen lip is a bit smaller than the Apple Clear case, but you do get a little lip that comes over the display, apart from the bottom where it is cut out. So if you do set it down flat, it will give you a little bit of lift up protection. That's what you want to see. Camera guard then, the lenses don't protrude out, so you are going to get the lenses lift up protection there as well. So if you set that down flat, it's not going to rough up those lenses. That's pretty what you want to see. As I said, this is a very slippery texture, and it is pretty slippery. It's not going to get very grippy as you use it because it is just a shiny plastic, but it is a better color option than the black, so that's something, I suppose. I think the brighter color is better than the black, if I'm being honest. And of course we can do the MagSafe test. So of course I have already reviewed this case over, I have another video I'll link in the description down below, but MagSafe is decent enough. It is a bit better, it is better than that clear case from Apple. So you do get that. It takes the weight of the stand and it takes the weight of the phone, no problem at all. So that's what you want to see. And then our charging test then, you drop it on, charges with no issues. That's what you want to see. No interference with the case. That's what you want. And that's the Beats case from Apple. And next up on this list then is the Apple Silicone case. And I know what you're thinking, Michael, you kept the pink case. And no, I didn't. This is Kylie's phone, because Kylie stole the case from when I reviewed them first on the channel. So as you can see, this case has been used, and this is a bit of an update as to how it's maybe holding up as well. So this is it in the white titanium iPhone, and again, it does have the camera control button. The buttons are the silicone molded buttons, which are clicky, tactile, responsive, no issues there, and it's completely smooth, so you've no dent there, and you have that camera control button, which as you can see works as it should perfectly. The taptics and all the touch features are perfect. They work perfect, as they should do on an Apple case. Kylie has been using this since launch day, and as I said in my review, when you use a silicone case, the more you use it, it does tend to get a bit grippier, and this does feel a lot more grippy in the hand to hold than it did previously, so that's good to see. So the inside of the case is microfiber lined, which is nice. The buttons are also coated as well, which is a nice touch. Not that it'll mark the buttons, because the buttons are titanium on the phone. So of course then, if we do a fitment test, we take the corners. Now the silicone case is a lot more flexible, so there is a little bit of give down here in the bottom corner. It is what it is with that type of material. It is flexible, but it doesn't really give much problems when you're using it. The screen lip then, so this phone also has a screen protector on it, so you can see there just the lip has reduced a little bit now that there's a screen protector on the phone, but you still do get a little bit of lift up protection with this case. So if you set it down flat, it'll keep that display and your screen protector up off the surface. That's what you want to see. And then on the camera lenses then, the lenses don't protrude out, and if you set that down flat, it's going to keep those camera lenses up off the surface. That's what you want. The more this has been used, it does feel very, very grippy, and Kylie likes it. So we'll do the MagSafe test. So the magnets are relatively decent on this case, and it does take the weight of the stand, and the stand takes the full weight of the phone. That's what you want to see. And we just do the charging test then. So you pop that on. There we go. Pass-through charging, not a problem. Wouldn't need to be. It's an Apple case. You know yourself. And there you go. So that is the Apple Silicone case. Next up is a case that I haven't really featured overly much on the channel before, but this is from Supcase. So this is the MagStand, and this is the frosted black version of this case. And it is a clear case, although it doesn't look very frosted. Just take the plastic off. So yeah, it doesn't really look that frosted. It just looks like a dark, clear case. But as you can see, it does come with camera control button on it. So this is the first non-Apple case in this video, which doesn't. So this is the first non-Apple case to feature a camera control button. So I'll be interested to see just how this fares. So just looking at this case then, so we will quickly just weigh this case. So that case weighs in at 48 grams. So that's kind of expected because this case, Supcase's cases tend to be a bit rugged. They tend to be a bit heavy, and this is no exception. This has got a mag kickstand and all on it as well. So it's, yeah, not the lightest and the slimmest. So just looking at it here then, so we have our molded TPU buttons here because this entire clear bumper is TPU. And yeah, those buttons, clicky, tactile, easy to use, no problems there. That's what you want to see. And then Supcase then do have their own capacitive button for the camera control, which is interesting. So if we just double click that to operate, and then we'll just test out how good the haptics are. And oh yeah, look at that. It's not bad. You definitely notice it's just maybe just not quite as responsive as the sapphire ones, you know, on the Apple cases, but it does the job. The one thing I will say though is you can sort of see there is the buttons, you know, do protrude out quite a bit. You know, there's the lock button and there's the camera control button. So is that a factor for you, or would you prefer it to be smooth? But it's still a button, so it's interesting to see. So we'll just do the fitment test then. So we just take the corners, give it a twist, and the phone is secure, it is not moving. That's what you want to see. Screen lip then, so it is a good screen lip all the way around, and it is slightly raised more at the corners, so you do get good lift up protection there. So you set that down flat, it's going to keep that display up off the surface. That's what you want to see. Then the camera guard, so it's a good size camera guard, the lenses don't protrude out, and it's going to keep those lenses protected as well. If you set that down flat, they're not going to rub up. The feel of this case, it is very grippy. These bumpers, this TPU is quite grippy. This is just smooth at the back, but the bumpers do make the difference, and it does feel secure when you're holding it. That's what you want. So it is a MagSafe case as well. So this is a mag kickstand case. So as you can see there, the kickstand is coming out. So we just do these tests a little bit different. So we do them from the side. So let's just try the magnet strength. And yeah, that's taking the weight of the phone on that case. That's really, really good. And of course then the phone can take the full weight of that stand, which weighs over 200 grams. That's perfect. I know what you're thinking. Does the MagSafe ring have any issues with MagSafe charging? It does not. It's charging there, no issues at all. But that's decent now for being a Supcase. I mean, Supcase is quite a big and rugged, bulky case. So that is quite a nice case to see. And with the natural titanium phone, it looks quite well. So yeah, definitely that's a decent option if you're looking for another case with camera control. So next up then is the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T. So this is the only Spigen case that is coming with a camera control button, which I kind of find strange because I sort of thought if you're going to do a camera control button on one case, why don't you just do it on them all? You know, if Spigen have done a button, then they clearly have the inside track. So I don't know, that's just me. But if we just pop this on, and that weighs in at 40 grams, which is pretty decent. So this is another clear case. This is TPU. So we are a solid plastic in the back, which is quite rigid, and then we have a TPU here on the sides. So as you can see, we've got our molded TPU buttons, and then we have our camera control, which is white, and it is a little bit recessed there, so it's just not completely flush, but it is what it is. It's a clear case, and if you like to showcase that color, so I went for the color matched grey MagSafe ring, which I think is quite nice on the natural titanium phone. Sadly, look at the fingerprint I've got on the inside of that already. Ooh. Like I say, the buttons are those molded TPU buttons, so if we just test them, clicky, tactile, responsive, great job. And then of course camera control then. So as you can see, they have their own camera control button here, and it's completely white. I would have liked to have seen this maybe grey to match the color of the ring maybe, but so we just double click it then. So yeah, that camera control activated, and let's just test the haptics. Again, this is another non-Apple case, so yeah, that's not working too bad. I do notice a little tiny wee bit of lag, but it's not overly noticeable, to be honest. So that's pretty decent. So you do get that flushness then. I'm not sure if I like that being white, to be honest. I think it stands out like a sore thumb. Don't know. So we just do the fitment test then. So we just take the corners, give it a twist. Yep, it's not moving. That's what you want to see. So screen lip then. So it is a minimal screen lip. Now I do have a screen protector on this phone. This is also the Spigen screen protector as well. So that'll give you an idea. With the screen protector, that's the lip that you get, which is pretty decent. So even if you set it down flat, you are going to get a good lift up protection there. That's what you want to see. And then the camera bump, the lenses don't protrude out at all, so that's what you want to see. You are going to get that lift up protection from those lenses. Set that down flat, it's not going to rough up. That's what you want. For it being a clear case, the TPU bumpers do have a bit of grip to them. That is going to make all the difference, because clear cases are typically really slippy. So this does feel a lot better. If I'm being honest, I would recommend this more than the Apple case. Because you get full bumper protection all the way around, and these side bumpers are a lot more grippy. So if you do want a clear case, I would definitely consider this, and it's cheaper as well. And we'll just test the MagSafe. Yeah, MagSafe magnets. Spigen have really upped their game the past maybe year and a bit. The magnets on their cases used to be really average, but they have really upped their game, and they are top notch. Really like that. And charging test. Perfect. That is the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T. I will say, if you are looking for a clear case, definitely that's a must-have for sure. Next up is this. This is the Otterbox Lumen, and again, this is the only Otterbox case that has camera control button on it. I was looking at the other Otterbox cases, and they all have cutouts on them, but the Lumen is the only one that has the camera control button. And strangely enough, the Lumen can only be bought on Apple's store. It's clearly an exclusive thing, which is strange. So I went for this sort of greeny tealy color because, you know, Michael's Tech Talk, I'm a bit of teal, you know what I mean? So we'll just check out the weight. 39 grams, so it's very similar to the Spigen case that I just reviewed, which is really good. So there we go, that's natural titanium, and then we've got this green MagSafe ring, which is pretty nice, green camera guard and green bumpers. And then we have a very similar like sapphire crystal type of button there, which is very interesting. We have these plastic buttons in as well, which are clicky, tactile, responsive. Perfect. The camera control, so it'll be interesting to see just how this compares. Does it shape up with the Apple cases? So let's just see. Yeah, that's very similar to the Apple cases, to be honest. So it looks like Otterbox have done an exclusive deal with Apple to put this button into this case, but it's strange that they haven't done it on the rest of their cases. It's only the Lumen case, which is really weird. But yeah, no, all the haptics there are all working absolutely perfectly. It's something different, and I would say now that's very nice. Fitment test then, so we just take the corners, give it a twist. The phone is held securely in there, not a problem. Screen lip, so it is a minimal screen lip, so you do get that good protection. There is a screen protector on this phone, so that gives you an indication of what your lip's going to be like with a screen protector on. Set that down flat. It's not going to rough up. That's what you want to see. Camera protection then, so the lenses don't protrude out. That's what you want. Good set down protection for those lenses. Set that down flat. It's not going to rough up. Perfect. MagSafe test. I haven't picked up many Otterbox cases lately, so it'll be interesting to see what the magnets are like. And whoa. Yeah, okay. So this has... So far, out of all these cases, I think this is the weakest magnets. Oh, that's not good. Charging test. Pop the phone on. Yep, no problem. Charges, pass-through charging working perfectly. I'm really disappointed with those magnets though, because otherwise that was shaping up to be a really good case. And it wasn't cheap either. Because this case is direct from Apple, this is around the same price as the Apple cases, so it's not cheap. So that's really disappointing. So that's the Otterbox Lumen. Lastly is this. This is another Supcase, but this is the Unicorn Beetle Grip case. And this is a little bit more of a rugged case, and it also does have a kickstand on it as well. But I mean, look at this thing. This thing is rugged as heck. And then we have that capacitive button for camera control. So let's just check this out. So I do expect this to be a fair bit heavy, because this has a lot of hard plastic, a metal kickstand. It has a grippy TPU bumper, and it's even got a bit of metal here. This bit here is metal, which is crazy. 66 grams. That's a beefy boy. That's a beefy boy, all right. So let's just pop this in here. And you know what? That actually doesn't feel bad. That feels okay, if I'm honest. So yeah, it's frosted in the back. So this is the natural titanium foam, so it looks really, really good. But it's raised at the corners here. It's really rugged, and this is the drop protection part of Supcase. You know, so this is what you pay for. If you're wanting rugged drop protection, this is what you pick up. And yeah, this makes no exception. So on the bottom then we've got our lanyard cutouts here, our USB-C and our speaker holes. As you can see, the USB-C port is covered. It's protected, which is pretty decent. And all the way around protection, and it's strange this bit's metal, but only this bit's metal. So the buttons here are plastic, but they are solid, and yep, clicky, tactile, responsive, not a problem with those buttons at all. And then of course our camera control. So this is this Supcase's version of this button, so we just double click it, and there we go. And yeah, I mean, that's not bad. Again, it's just not as quite responsive as the Apple cases with the, you know, the sapphire crystal on them, but it's okay. You know, it does the job, and it's nearly flush. You can see there, it's nearly flush with the bumper. So I think that's one of the neatest looking buttons we've seen so far, which is pretty good. But the haptics work. Little tiny wee bit of lag compared to the Apple cases, but it's still pretty decent. And then you've got that rugged protection as well. So fitment then, so if we just take the corners and we give it a twist, yeah, that's not moving out of there at all. That's really good. Screen lip, so if you look at it and see, even with a screen protector, there's a really good lip. It's especially raised at the corners and the bottom and the top. And then even at the sides, you've still got a really good lip there. So if you set that down flat, not a problem. You've got all the protection in the world there to keep that display up off the surface. And then the camera guard, it is plastic, but the lenses don't protrude out, and it's really, really good. So that's what you want to see. Set that down flat. You're not going to get any roughs up of those lenses, which is awesome. It is a kickstand case. So as you can see, you've got your mag ring there for your kickstand, so you can set that up and use it to watch content, or use it to take FaceTime calls, or whatever you use your kickstand for. It's really, really good, but let's do the MagSafe test on it. The hinge feels actually really good on that as well. So let's just try this. Yeah, magnets are really good. To be honest, that's what I would expect to see from this case. That's actually really, really good. So with this being a kickstand case, we'll just make sure there's no MagSafe charging interference with it. So we'll just pop that on. Perfect. Charging, not an issue there at all. That's really, really good. I'm really surprised at that, you know. I kind of thought, I don't like cases with a lot of bulk. I think this is just the right amount of bulk, you know, so that's actually really good. That is all of the cases that I have found with the camera control button. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Would you pick any of these cases up? It's strange to me that other than the Beats case, all these cases are all like clear or they're frosted. It's kind of weird. Why are they all clear? I don't know. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you do want to pick up any of these cases, I'll leave you affiliate links in the description down below where you can pick these up. Also, if there is variants for the other iPhone 16 versions, I'll leave you links for them as well. All part of the service. So after spending a lot of money on a lot of cases, that about wraps it up for this video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, smash that like button for me. Don't forget to click that subscribe and ring that little bell to be notified of new videos just like this one. Keep a look at the channel. I have a lot more down-to-earth tech review and accessories coming for you, so stay tuned. And until the next one, I'll catch you later.